If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? Welcome back to the GMS show. Happy Monday. It is a beautiful day. 40 degrees in Minnesota, yes. Better days are coming, brighter days, sunny days, warmer days are coming. I'm tired of this motherfucking cold, man. I see y'all in the chat. JR Miller, Earth Angel, Faith, Arius, Baby G, Sanaa, Dip Levine, Glittery Bubbles, Black Hippie Ricky. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Welcome back to the GMS show. I hope everybody had a wonderful, beautiful weekend. Brim Dog, my G, I see you. Yes, it's a very, very, very splendiferous weekend, man. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be alive. What up, Young Rain in the building? King Lukey in the building. What's going on, family? Look, man, it's the last day of Black History Month, but we celebrate Black History Month every month because this is the skin that we live in. We can't change it. We don't just take a month just to celebrate who we are. We are who we are 24/7. There's no changing it. We've been in this body, this skin, our whole life. So, in reality, yeah, Black History Month is cool, but I celebrate my blackness every day. 365, 24/7. Black Babel in the building. What's going on? Now, you know we start out every show with peace, love, positive energy, good vibes, passing it forward, hoping that you pass it along as well. Hope everybody's getting to the money, getting to the goals, reaching all types of success. My black people, I love y'all. Hey, we got some things to talk about today. First things first, we're going to have to break down this Godfrey and T.I. situation because even though I felt like, you know, words were exchanged, it wasn't no crazy disrespectful shit going on. And I felt like it was going to end with them having a conversation, finding an understanding, and moving forward. But I don't necessarily feel like there was any moving forward in this. I don't know if I'm gonna have to analyze both sides because I'm not necessarily happy with how Godfrey decided to deal with the situation, and I'm not necessarily happy with how T.I. handled the situation. Excuse me. And it's fair to say that they both They both did a good job with keeping it respectful to a certain extent, but they did a bad job with coming to an understanding. What up, yo man? Yo man in the building, Black Man America in the building. So now we have a situation where now there's more conversation surrounding T.I. as a comedian because of how he approaches the comedy game. He's approaching the comedy game as if it's the rap game. You can't do that. It's different. It's a different ballpark. It's different rules to the shit. It's different ways you got to respect the culture. It's a whole different genre, man. And I want to be able to give my opinion on this, but also try to find an understanding in it, being somebody on the outside looking in. Now, T.I., the story goes, T.I. was out in Atlanta. Godfrey had a show in Atlanta. He was headlining his show. And T.I. just so happened to be in the building, and the person that was over the show or, throwing the show was like, yeah, T.I.'s here. Want to throw him up on stage. And Godfrey, in response, basically was like, that's cool, but I'm not going to watch because I just headline. I'm done. I don't watch people after I headline shit. Or he doesn't watch people, period. Now, that sparked a response from T.I. He took to his Instagram and posted a video responding to what Godfrey said. And in response to that, Godfrey did what I wish a lot of the people in our culture would do, not just in the genre, but in the entire culture as a whole, is to reach out to a person when there's a misunderstanding or when there's words that are being exchanged via social media and have that conversation between you two, because it's important for us, especially as Black men, to find that common ground within each other. Now, I'm going to play what began this whole conversation, which is what Godfrey had to say about T.I. And then I'm going to play T.I.'s response, and then I'm going to we're going to review the conversation that they had with each other on Godfrey's podcast. Now, at the end of the show, which I would really hope that you guys stick around for, because there's an even more important conversation to have after we get the entertainment shit out the way, is the crisis in Ukraine with the Africans who are there in Ukraine trying to flee to save their lives. They are being held back. They are being discriminated against. They are being there's a huge amount of racism being displayed at a time where everyone's life is on the line. And that goes to show you how deep-rooted racism is in a lot of countries, not just the U.S., but all around the world. There's a whole war going on. People dropping missiles, tanks everywhere. They're arming the citizens. Russians going crazy. Ukraine's going crazy. And everybody is trying to get to safety. But it's like, wait, you blacks, you Africans, you can't. No, you can't go. You gotta let the white people go on first. And I can't. We have to talk about that. There's no way we can escape that conversation. So we're gonna get to that later on. Now, let's get to the show, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I would most appreciate it. Now, Godfrey on his podcast, Fair Use, speaks on his time in Atlanta and what happened then. I'm gonna play that right now.
Harry come through, Toure came through.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, my boy Evan Line. It's just comics came through to watch me. Like, I was like, what? They came, and T.I. came through, guys.
Oh, shit.
T.I. came on stage after I...
Facts,
okay, T.I. has been doing comedy, guys.
Yes.
He's been doing comedy for the past 3 weeks.
He's been getting on stage and not rapping.
So, did you give him a guest spot on your show?
Wait, first of all, I'm getting off stage. It was on a Thursday. Last Thursday, I'm on stage.
By the way,
I do like an hour 40.
T.I. did not like these motherfuckers who were on Godfrey's podcast. We're going to get to that as well.
Because it was Thursday. It was the first show. Did an hour 40. And I get off, and Artie goes, Godfrey, T.I. is here. And he wants to go on, like, after I said, what? But I was like, dude, I'm not going to say no to T.I.
Yeah.
If it could have been KRS-One, I'd be like, yeah, let him do it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you go, of course, as a comedian, I'm like, why the fuck are you in our lane?
Space, yeah.
But as a branding, this is a good look, as in everybody's about visual, everybody's about social media. I go, sure,
Yeah.
let him up.
Yeah.
He did about a half hour. He's telling stories. You know, T.I. talks very slowly.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to point out the fact that he did say that he said to himself, or he would say to himself, why the fuck are you in our lane? Which I could see how T.I. takes that also as sneak diss.
Expeditiously uses big words.
But I'm not.
so it's his town.
I don't
and
doubt. I don't doubt that he's a fan of T.I. though.
And it's his town.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. I didn't go in to watch.
Yeah.
I didn't go in to watch T.I. because as a headliner, no one's supposed to go up after you.
Yeah.
Right.
But as there's a code in comedy that I follow. I'm not watching what you can't do better than me.
Yeah.
You're not a comedian to me. You're working your way. I give him. He's taking it seriously. I don't know how long he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not coming back after I finished my shit.
Yeah.
I tore that bitch down, and I'm gonna go back and go watch someone who's like not.
Who's not a comic?
Who's not a comedian?
Yeah.
For me, morally, that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, but you just got through saying that it's more than that. You talked about the branding. You talk about all these other avenues that you could touch by having him come. So why wouldn't you go watch him? Just because okay, there's something else I could touch.
I don't want to watch.
I understand
Okay.
it. I wouldn't watch it.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be in the room. I've just finished.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I just finished, but I waited for he hung out with us.
Okay,
And we
fair
talked
enough.
comedy. No. I want it.
Okay, well, then you got what you needed to
I
get after
fuck
that.
with
Go.
T.I.
No,
I have his music. I listened to his music, like
Yeah.
when Southern shit was coming out.
Yeah.
And not this shit now. He was actually rhyming. You know, his song "You Don't Know Me." What you know about that? That's what I was saying. Him. What you know about? But he went up and he was really gracious and shit.
Yeah.
You know, thanks for letting me up. Boom, boom. And we did I did a fucking live with him.
Yeah.
And people say there's Godfrey and T.I.
Yeah.
Visual.
Right.
Okay, so
I
you
get
did it.
that,
You got
but
it
I
anyway.
would have
And as a
loved-
businessman, Gary, who owns it, he's he's a bit close friend of Chappelle's, and that's his thing. It's
Yeah.
in Atlanta, and then the landlords of that place that own the comedy club,
Yeah.
own the space, are these Pakistani dudes. They were all excited.
Yeah.
So it was just a whole
So
political.
it was a good look to
yeah,
say yes.
that's.
Okay.
I
that's
would have loved for it to happen before you went up, though. Like if you could switch the
But he
idea,
came
right?
later.
Let's
He came-
imagine it's T.I.'s concert. He's doing a rap thing, and you want to go up and do some time. It's gonna be a no. If
Well, we
it's
can open
after
up.
he
Yeah, you're
already-
right. Why would I go up after T.I.?
Right. And
Yeah,
in the
also,
same vein for
it looks like
comedy.
he
I mean,
just
just
started.
What were you
respectfully,
saying?
but I get it.
Yo,
It
what'd you
looks like
say?
he just started. I'm looking up like how long he's
Well,
been.
I will say this. I'll say this. Okay. Now let's stay in reality. That analogy doesn't really ring the same way because T.I. is a superstar in his own right. So it would be weird if T.I. was doing a show, headlining a show, and everybody's there to see T.I., and then after T.I. gets off stage, all of a sudden like, all right, now we have a special guest introducing Godfrey. He's going to come up here and he's going to do a couple songs for you guys because he's been dibbling, dabbling in some motherfucking music. How many people you think in that crowd would stay for Godfrey? Now, that's not a diss to Godfrey because Godfrey is a very, very good comedian. But in that aspect, he wouldn't excel the same way. Now, T.I. going to his show, a lot more people know of T.I. than they know of Godfrey. But in the comedy space, he rules that space as a comedian. T.I. doesn't rule the space as a comedian, so he's looking at it from, okay, this is my domain. I don't come to the music side because I'm interested in doing music and going to your shows, and that's how they're looking at it. This is how I'm seeing their thought process.
Doing like
What up,
literally
Will?
like in the last month. He's
Yeah.
What up, Ralph?
Just
like
started.
a couple of
Everyone in
weeks.
Atlanta's
He's
talking about it. I know
brand new.
comics in Atlanta talking.
I mean,
about it.
it's like T.I. And I'm like, I heard some laughter, some in and out, but I'm like, are they laughing because, oh my God, it's fucking T.I. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's a big shiny object.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that object stops getting shiny in comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's
You-
like,
you-
it's a
yeah.
day in, day
Yeah.
out grind.
You're only famous for like 5 minutes,
Man, and
then you're
after
like,
that,
all
it's
right, well,
like-
what are you going? Well, what are you saying?
It's like all the phenomena is going to go away.
Yeah.
If he becomes like, I'm going to do comedy now,
Yeah.
that phenomenon goes the fuck away.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be times.
He's gonna have to go to open mics if he wants to actually.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
He can't just keep busting in and jumping off
And my
famous
thing
people's
is,
shows.
my thing is, yeah, because he did Donnell's after mine. He went to California, did Donnell, and I'm
Yeah.
open, so I'm like, are you going to go to regular open mics and really
Yeah.
work your craft?
Yeah.
Because
I agree with what Vaughn was saying though, because if it was reversed, they would have said no. Like if
Right, hell
if
yeah.
a comic comes up to a rapper like, yo, I'm trying, like, they'll know. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't like that.
comedy
People,
They're looking at it from the wrong way. They're looking at it from the standpoint of course, T.I. is a starter in the comedy game. He's trying to come up in the game, but he's also a superstar, and people know him. So, and that conversation is gonna come up later. We're gonna play that during the actual interview between Godfrey and T.I. because another comedian, I believe, came up to speak on what T.I. should realize about himself when it comes to the comedy game, and not to take what people say as, oh, you need to be starting down here, you need to be doing this, as a way of them trying to bring him down or dim his light, to try to, lift them up. You're gonna hear a good reason for that. But I'm gonna play a couple more minutes of this, and I'm gonna play the response that T.I. had for Godfrey.
like literally like a public
comedy
bathroom.
so much.
Comedy's like a public bathroom. Everybody comes in and
Yeah,
takes your
that's
shit,
facts. That's a great analogy.
Everybody
That's-
comes in and the door's just always open.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know what I mean? If you're a man or woman, you go through your door, but it's always fucking open.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, it's not like, fuck T.I. No, I'm like, if you taking it seriously, cool. Because I fuck with T.I. Just like, the shit that he trying to build in Atlanta when he was like, we need to build our own fucking community, all that shit. And, yeah, he takes care of his children. He has like 6 of them, right? 6 or 7. No, he's there for his kids. I'm being serious.
I know. I mean, he should.
He's there for his kids.
Yeah.
These guys want to
And,
hate though.
but
His guests want to hate. I know
Comedy,
they do.
I'm like,
I know they
all
do.
right, this is real. This ain't
It's the hardest part.
like getting lucky shit.
Was it just the one night, or he came after? Or was
No,
it
he
just-
did. Because I said, "Are you coming back again?" He
Yeah.
goes, "Nah, I gotta go." And he was going to Donnell's show, and he flew out to California, Ontario. I think it's Ontario Improv.
Oh wait. Let me stop it there. I'm gonna go to T.I.'s response. Now, T.I. heard the podcast. He talked about it, and this was his response to what they had to say on there.
Oh.
And then after this, I'm going to play the interview that they had together, so you can hear everything in full context, and you can hear, if you haven't heard, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all already heard. We having a discussion already, but if you haven't heard, you're gonna be able to hear them actually hash it out and them talk about it. And I'm also going to talk about another comedian that was in the room who did not fuck with any of what was happening. And I honestly feel like he had a lot more to say to T.I. about how he was reacting to the situation, but he didn't really get a chance because it's not really his platform. But we'll get to that. Shout out to Ali Sadiq. Let's go.
What go down? Top of the top of the week, that is. Happy Monday to everybody. Hope everybody feeling productive, positive. Man, I got something that I just want to kind of share. You dig? I just want to share this simply because, I feel as a community, our conversations is what's going to push us through.
Man, what the?
So,
Hey man, I'm sorry. Just real quick, I just opened up Instagram because I had a message from somebody. We trying to get the beat battle together. By the way, if y'all don't know, this weekend, this Saturday, March 5th, I believe, we have the beat battle between the young G's and the OGs. Just quick plug. Make sure I plug this shit. Shout out to Jeff Brown. He plugged it earlier on Zoe Williams' show with Bobby Glanton and everybody else on there. We have a beat battle. Me, my homies versus Jeff and his homies. I want y'all to pull up for that. Please pull up for that. 6 p.m. Central Time on my channel. Please believe you're going to want to be that. But let me show y'all something real quick. Look at this real quick. I just opened Instagram to check my message, right? And the first thing that came up, because I follow LaKeith Stanfield. I follow him. I think LaKeith is very talented. I think he's a very dope individual. But something just threw me off. I didn't expect this. I opened up Instagram and my man just posted this. Y'all see that? Hold on, let me turn my light off. Look at that. What's going on? What's going on with my man LaKeith? What's going on? I love LaKeith, man, but I don't know what that is. My man got on stockings. Anyway, back to the show at hand. Let's get back to this shit. Beat battle this motherfucking Saturday. Let's go.
As you may or may not have heard, for the past, let's call it 5 weeks now, I have
I'm so confused.
I have been
let's get back to the show.
trying my hand at comedy.
I fuck with LaKeith,
And well,
though,
for
man.
5 weeks
ain't no
now,
shade, man.
I just been seeing, you know, just isolated moments of salt dropping. You dig? And I want to say this, and I'm going to be very careful with my wording because I don't want this to sound adversarial in any way. Because I ain't really got no problem or no issue with you. None of you people who dropping salt on my name, because salt kills snails, not players, all right? But what I like, I want to be very careful because I'm really trying to starve my ego as much as possible. That's what my next album is about. Kill the king. Killing the king is killing the ego. You know what I'm saying? But when I hear this, what I want y'all to know is, for one, bro, what God got for you is yours. Can't nobody take that from you. Okay? It's important that y'all know that because y'all feel like all of a sudden, because I'm now standing on the stage, sharing my gifts with the world, you know what I'm saying, utilizing the tools and the skills that I've developed or that I am developing, you feel like that's in your way some kind of way. And that's more your problem than I could ever be. The fact that you think that somebody else doing something that you doing is going to stop you from doing what you need to do to get where you need to be, nigga, that's your problem right there. Like,
he's speaking facts, though.
I have a lot of respect and admiration for a legend and a GOAT in the comedy shit. His name is Godfrey. All right? His name is Godfrey. And I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with him. I had the pleasure of sharing the stage with him at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. And had a good time, you know what I'm saying? Got up there and worked on my set, you know what I mean?
Hey, any nigga that has a golf cart on his property has a very big property.
I enjoyed the crowd, enjoyed the opportunity. And well, I thought all was well. I thought it went very good. And then I see an interview with Godfrey. And how I see Godfrey is a legend. He's a GOAT. I'm talking about, he undeniable. All right? Undeniable. And I see him as a giant in their comedy shit. And what I saw in his interview was, I saw a legend.
Put the salt emoji in the chat.
Trying not to hate while hating. You know what I mean? Like innuendos, little tidbits of hate here and there while coupling it or surrounding it with some compliments to make it seem like you ain't hating for real. But to be honest with you, bro, to me that made a giant look small in my eyes. Simply because what you said was, I came and I went on after you, and you wasn't gonna come out there and watch me because it would have made you look small.
Yo, man said T.I. flex it. I love it. It's funny because when you watch the video, this nigga didn't do a goddamn thing on that motherfucker. He just got on it just to drive it around to show people he driving a golf cart around his house. He ain't even go do
How
shit.
in the fuck can I make you, a giant in this shit, look small? What the fuck? Why would you even be thinking like that? Okay, now we share a pleasant exchange that I appreciate and still value the moment to this day. And you also mentioned, you know, how I got on the stage. And if you would have asked me how I got on the stage and what brought me to the theater, I would have told you.
Y'all clowning.
I just happened to have been in a real estate development meeting with 3 people who were each worth or responsible for over $1 billion in real estate internationally. Now, in this meeting, we were casually discussing the things that we've been doing in the past few weeks, and it just happened to come up that I had been doing stand-up. And one of the people in the meeting that I was meeting with, that we were working on, you know, doing some real estate shit together, he said, oh, well, you know what? I own the plaza that the comedy theater is in.
Boss talk.
Why don't we just go up there, man, and you do your thing, man? You know, I want to see what you got going on. Because we're working on a real estate development play that will include a comedy club. Okay? So he said, I guess he wanted to just see that I was serious about the shit. So he said, man, why don't you come on up to my spot? You know, the person who rents from me out of my plaza happens to operate a comedy club, and it's open now. So let's come on up there. Let's go on up there and do it. And that's what we did. That's how I got on the stage, bro. It wasn't because I wanted to come to Godfrey's show and go on stage after he came off, my man. It was because I was handling my business, and my business brought me to your show because the person I was handling business with happens to own the building that the comedy theater rents from, that you were paid, whatever you were paid, to perform at, okay?
Kind sir. I was waiting for that. Okay, kind sir.
So, bro, like, my man, but all you had to do is ask me. All you had to do is say, hey, bro, how you get, like, what brought you here, man? What made you, you know what I mean?
T.I., man.
Like, you ain't got to drop salt, man, and dry hate, man. You ain't got to do that, bro. You ain't got to do that. My man, what I do see, or what I did ascertain, is that you were fully aware of my ability to add value and contribute more shine, more opportunity, more whatever to the comedy game. And that's true. I can, and I hope to. That's my intention. That's to all ships rise with the high tide.
All
you hear me?
ships.
So
rise.
if a motherfucker come, or a motherfucker paying more attention to comedy because Tip is on stage, whether it's...
I just want to point out the fact that I was incredibly 100% correct. This man didn't do a goddamn thing on that golf cart. You realize he took a lap around his crib and pulled right back up
more
to the
shine,
house.
more opportunity, more whatever to the comedy game.
This nigga
And
pulled
that's
right
true.
back up to his house.
I can, and I hope.
Look at this.
Attention to comedy because Tip is on stage, whether it's because they want to see him fail or they want to see what he got to say, whatever it is. Bro, that shit should help you and everybody else in this shit. You know what I mean? Because the one thing I see is it ain't enough money to go around right now. But get what? I don't want the money. It ain't enough for me to even bother myself with. I'm in it for the love of the shit. You understand? I'm doing it because I love to do it, bro. Doing it because I got a passion to do it. I ain't made a fucking dime. Ain't looking for it. Don't need it. Would like it. But that's later. Now,
would like it. Yo, T.I. is funny as hell, bro. And if you don't like his stand-up, that's one thing. I mean, everybody knows that there's a difference between doing stand-up, and somebody who's just naturally funny just by being themselves. I think T.I. is a naturally funny person who, if y'all was just kicking it, niggas would be laughing like a motherfucker because niggas is funny. Even him right there trying to be serious, the nigga was sounding funny. It's like certain people like that. Like, everybody knows that one person they love hanging around because that person is just naturally funny when y'all kicking it. But it's a difference when you're on stage. You have people expecting you to be funny, and you are expected to be funny. You can't when you're doing stand up, you can't just assume, or you can't just go off. Like, some people can just go up and wing it. Some people like to go off the crowd, and like those naturally funny human beings who can go and freestyle a set. But for the most part, it has to be structured. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're trying to make it big in the comedy game. Now, after that happened, T.I. and Godfrey got on the phone, and they decided to have a conversation, and that's what brought T.I. to the Godfrey. Oh, in Godfrey We Trust podcast. Now, shout out to Godfrey. Shout out to everybody that was on the panel. I want y'all to hear this shit because this shit's gonna get very interesting. You can tell T.I. didn't have much interest in even having this conversation with them, and he was highly irritated at the way that things were portrayed, because I'll tell you like this. If I heard somebody saying the things that Godfrey was saying, and also with the help of the people around him who seemed like they was actually hating on me, and then to have the reaction or to have the first interaction between us be like, oh man, I love you, man, I'm a fan of you, and basically try to water down what you said, it'll be like, oh, this nigga tucking his tail. But y'all gonna see. Here we go.
There's some shit that's been going on in the past day, which came at me like a motherfucking train, and I have a special guest on here, and I'm really happy and honored that you are on this episode, my friend. And I wanted to introduce you. We talked today earlier. You know what I'm saying? People are like, yo, man, I heard you had some beef. I said, beef with what, man? Fuck y'all talking about? But this man right here is a rap god, first off, has represented the South like to the utmost, as multi-platinum, super multi-platinum. God damn, been rapping over 20-something years. I'm a fan. I have you in my fucking playlist when I go to the gym. I love your movies, the whole nine, bro. And now I welcome you to the Comedy Factory, the one, the only legend, Mr. T.I. T.I. Tip, what's going on, sir? I salute you, brother. I salute you, brother. What's happening,
man? Likewise in return, man.
What's happening, bro? So
T.I. such a cool dude, but like he couldn't let this shit slide.
Shit has been going down because it all started with, I saw you about 2 weeks ago in Atlanta, and I did when it was a Thursday. So on Thursdays, I usually do like, you do a long set because it's only one show. And so I was like, yeah, it's Thursday. Oh, someone's bothering him.
Nah, I'm straight.
Okay, so it was Thursday. So it's Thursday, and I was like, we do one show. You could go do an hour and a half. There ain't no other shows over there and shit. So I was doing about hour 40. Nice little sweet. I did hour 40. That's what we do on Thursday. It's a warm-up show. So boom, I get off stage and my man Artie Fuqua, he goes, yo, T.I. He wants to go up after you. And I was like, T.I. For what? Like, it was like, you doing comedy? What the fuck? I was like, it's his town. Fucking let him go up. And so I went back to the green room, whatever, and I said, I hope it comes back. I want to get a picture with T.I. Fuck that. Get a picture and talk to him. And I said, is he doing comedy? Okay. And I didn't go in.
This is not how he explained it on the first video I showed, all right? I love Godfrey. I think Godfrey's funny, but I have to keep it real. Godfrey, you was back pedaling like you was in a backwards bike race. I'm telling you.
Because that's just me. When I'm a headline, I don't even watch the comedians that are on my show. I just don't do that. I just don't watch it because it's like, we working at McDonald's eating the fucking food. You know what I mean? I just don't. It's nothing against anybody. I just don't watch. So I go, I've never seen that. Someone go, unless the headliner himself goes, yo, I got a special friend in the fucking, I want to bring him up, boom, boom. So you know what I'm saying?
If I may.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, in regard to all that part of what you were saying, there's a valid explanation.
Yes, sir.
But it's not even necessary. The only thing I must say to start this conversation.
Yes, sir.
Is exceptions are made for exceptional circumstances. So whatever rule you speaking of, I'm the exception to.
Got you. So,
spoken of a place of superstar privilege. Now that's superstar privilege. When you're somebody who is already on the spectrum, already made a name for yourself and are a household name, you have superstar privilege. So T.I. can walk in rooms and people will know who he is. He can just get on stage and do some shit. Which is another reason why I know he's not trying to make money off the shit, which he's not really saying that. He's just saying, like, he's using the fact that he's not making money off it as a way to show proof that he actually gives a fuck about the craft and he actually cares about becoming a comedian. But he also knows if he was taking money while doing these shits, while not actually being a comedian yet and just hopping on stage to basically practice this shit, he will be taking money away from other people who have been doing this for a long time. He knows that in his conscience. T.I. is a very smart person.
Now, and that's, you're right. And as a person of comedy tenure, I'm gonna say, well, that's a little strange, but I didn't say, nah, he can't. I said, nah, this is his town. Shit, let him go up there. Shit, that's all I said. And so what was said on my podcast was misconstrued as if I was downing. I said, I never downed him, dude. I just was talking about the comedy culture. I didn't down T.I. I'm a fan of T.I. He's a fantastic artist, plain and simple. I was just talking about that night as a comedian. That's all I did. I didn't put you fucking down at all. But they're going to take it and look like I've downed you, but I'm not that dude to do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And today we talked, and I said, first off, at the top, I'm going to apologize that you took it the wrong way, because people like to twist shit. And, of course, people were coming at me like, what the fuck? Yo, did he go off? Did he go off? Did he go off? I think it went off. Yo, so what did you good? You want to say something?
Yes, I would love to.
Yes, sir.
So
go ahead.
what I would say is, okay, it wasn't that I thought you were getting on me or anything. It was just, as a rapper, we call that shit sneak dissing. Like, that's how it came off as subliminal.
Okay.
And for one, I think you guys are ill-informed.
Mm-hmm.
But
so
there was some sneak dissing going on.
I heard the young lady and the young man on there saying that, okay, well, usually people go to open mic nights first. Usually people pay their dues and do this, that, and the other. And to be honest with you, if you wanted to know the path that brought me to the stage that night, I think it would have been wise for us to have that discussion before you went speaking on things that you ain't even know about.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So I started comedy. K-Dub threw me up at the open mic night, man, probably about now 5 weeks ago.
Okay.
He just threw me up on stage, and from my seat to the stage, I figured out what I was going to do. I freestyled for my first time on the stage for 35 minutes.
Right.
Okay. And after that, he said, man, people like you. You should come back. And from that day on, I had been doing stand-up, pulling up, popping up on stages every day for at least 4 weeks.
Right.
And now, the thing about comedy, it's just like any other industry where it's about putting asses in seats.
Yes, sir.
Still got to be funny, though.
So if I bring more attention to the room because I'm there, it brings more attention to all the rest of the
Let me take that back. Because people like Amy Schumer exist. There's a lot of comedians out there that I do not find funny at all, but they fill up rooms. And they have notoriety. So, okay, I agree with that. But I personally like my comedians to be funny, though.
Damn comedians just in the room.
Not to say T.I. isn't funny.
I've stood next to brand new comedians, and I've had people, OGs in the game, like Donnell Rollins asked me to come open up for him at the Ontario Improv.
Mm-hmm.
I've had, the Shaq Comedy All-Star asked me to come, and not just because I'm T.I., because they heard about, they heard that I was decent.
Right.
And of course, it's gonna bring more eyeballs to whatever event that they have. Of course, it's gonna bring more notoriety to whatever event that's going on at the time.
Right.
And that's something that I can't help. I'm not going to, whether they want to come see me tell jokes or whether they want to hear me talk about my life.
Right.
Whatever it is, they in there for a reason. And the only motherfuckers got a problem with it is the motherfuckers that wasn't there. Only motherfuckers got something to say about it, the motherfuckers that wasn't in the crowd. And if you was there and came in there and said, I heard him, he wasn't shit, y'all.
Right.
I can respect that.
Right.
Because I consider you a motherfucking G.
I appreciate
And when I say
that.
G, I'm gonna say a giant in this shit, like a giant in the comedy game, because you've been doing it, and not just for how long you've been doing it. I watched you myself rip that motherfucker for an hour and 40 minutes.
Right.
And I respected that.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah.
And after I got off stage, when we went back, when I was backstage, it was such a pleasant exchange.
Hell yeah, it was.
It was such a pleasant exchange, and I appreciated me and you, and felt like you appreciated me and me. So I was, forgive the term, flabbergasted when I heard, like, you're like, hey man, I wasn't going in there to watch him, man. I ain't, man, make me look small and I'm like, bro, come on, man. This ain't the same nigga I met backstage.
Nah, see, that's
this ain't the same person I met backstage.
And I totally get where you saw that as and it was not. And I know as a rapper in the rap game, motherfuckers throwing in little lyrics, boom, boom, boom. Was that because even Donnell Rollins, who I've known for a long time, I've done shows with Donnell. And Donnell, one of the funniest motherfuckers around. That's my man. Even Donnell threw a jab at me. He said, well, there's just some motherfuckers that just hating on you. I was like, really, Donnell? Really, I was not hating on you at all. I said, if it were anybody, I just don't go watch a person after I headline. I'm done.
He did. Now, this is where the backpedal comes in. That's not all you see. People like to water down what they said so they won't feel like they offended somebody who they know can call them out on being a hater. Nobody likes to look like a hater. But sometimes it's natural. It's a human thing to either feel some type of way about some shit going on, but it's never a usual thing for somebody to admit that they were hating. Now, back in that other video, Godfrey did say that he's not going to watch somebody that can't do something better than him. He said that he's not watching, and somebody who's not a comedian. He said those things, so I could see why T.I. would take that as sneak dissing or hating, period.
It's just for that moment.
He's going to keep calling him out on it.
Listen, if I wasn't headlining, I would have been like, oh, T.I.'s going on. I'll go watch that shit. That's what I would have done. I think his thing. Okay. I'm talking about as far as me just getting off stage and being done an hour and a half. I'm done. I'm sitting in agreement. But I'm like, I want to meet T.I. though. And I'm waiting. That's why I showed you Mad Love. I said, and then I asked you, I said, man, you really trying to do this? You said, I've been doing this shit every fucking day for day. I said, cool. That's what I said. Because I was sincere about that shit. Because, a lot of times, and you know this, it's like the rap game. There's some motherfuckers that should not be rapping. And I'm sure you go, what the fuck are they doing? You know what I mean? This is my art form. What are they doing?
That ain't for me to say.
Well, yeah, but to yourself.
No, that's not for me to say.
Okay.
It's not for me to say who should and shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's for the audience that got to enjoy a show. If I think somebody's trash, the audience goes crazy.
Okay,
so
go ahead.
It was not the point of you saying you weren't going to come see me. And it wasn't the point of you saying that you didn't want me to come on stage. It's the tone in which it was a very condescending tone, and it was really, to me, kind of like, again, I'll say it, it was a different person than the person I met backstage. And I felt like any kind of discomfort you may have felt, and if I crossed the line, I felt like you would have said that then. Like, hey, bro, I know you straight. I know you just getting in this, but you ain't supposed to go up after the headliner, right? If you had something to say, I feel like you would have said that right then.
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect it to be all smiles and shits and giggles. And then when I turn my back and now I see you, the same person I met, took a picture with and all that shit.
Yep.
And now it's like, oh, well, he shouldn't have came up. That's the rules and da-da-da-da-da-da.
Nah. Okay, now,
that
first
shit,
of all,
I
see that. I'm not a two-faced dude, first off.
Well, Godfrey. I don't think you overall are a two-faced person. I just think in this specific situation, you got caught in a hating moment. And you also let your co-hosts who were on the show that day kind of drive and dictate how you responded to the whole T.I. situation. you could have been more gracious or more respectable like you are now when you were talking about it. But and not to say that you weren't respectable when you said anything. I don't think he really said any disrespectful shit. I just think there was a hating moment where he's like, I'm the comedian, the real comedian who's been doing this for years, and here comes a rapper, this big name rapper who feels like he can just pop up and go up after me. That's how he feels, and he can't say that he doesn't feel that way because he's been working hard to build a name for himself. So naturally, that's how people feel, especially in the entertainment industry. But let's keep going.
And that's why I said, I need to talk to you right away. Let's talk face to face. And I'm man up on my shit. That's why I apologize at the top. And I told you that. I said it's just the way comedians talk. And I'm not dissing you at all, because there's motherfuckers that have been dissing you like, why the fuck is he doing comedy in the first place? I wasn't doing that.
Hit that like button,
said,
y'all.
Hey man, it's his town. Let him go up. I did not get mad. I just went, let him go up. I was done as far as a performance and doing my shit. I said, let him go up. And I said, even if it was another comedian say, hey, this dude wants to go up, I said, I'm not gonna watch them because I'm done. As far as a headliner's concerned. Now, if I wasn't headlining, I'd have been like, yeah, I'm gonna watch. That's all I'm saying. But not to put you down, not to be condescending to you, because I was not doing that. And I knew, because as soon as they said, well, T.I. made a video, I said, I bet you it's the shit I said on the fucking podcast. And they misconstrued it. That's why I wanted to tell you.
That means you knew you were wrong, sir.
No, but I knew,
Ha ha! You got him there. But wait, I will address that. Call me son of a Curtis James. He said all the guys, including Godfrey, just tried to give Tips some game. Tips' ego too big to accept advice. Now, we're going to get to that. Now, first part of this interview, I have to get on Godfrey because he was backpedaling like a motherfucker. But on the second part of this, T.I. was getting some advice from people who are in the game. Now, if you are somebody who says you appreciate and that you value and that you take it seriously and that you really care about the craft, you would take advice from people who are in the game and actually take heed to it. The way he responded to it, I didn't like it. And I got to get on T.I. for that shit because I understand you're irritated that motherfuckers was saying, you know, what this and that about you. But the people that was giving you advice on the game, the people that have been in it, you could have at least been more respectable in that way. So both sides got to get it today.
I know when people are going to twist my words because a lot of times on social media, people do that and take a little part of some shit and go, yeah, this is what he said.
I'm going out what I heard. I ain't going out what nobody else said. I'm going out what I heard. The words that hit my ear came out your mouth. I'm going out for that.
Telling you out, and I'm telling you out of
said.
my mouth that it wasn't a condescending thing, to let you know that, because I respect you as an artist. I respect you, and I'm a fan.
I appreciate that.
And
now, but how
gonna
about
bring up
this?
the
How about this?
video.
Let's talk a little bit about, you know, what you said about, you know, because there's people who really hating on you. And first of all, fuck them.
Right.
All right, let's just get that out the way. I don't give no fuck about how nobody feel about what I'm doing. Can't nobody give me no approval or disapproval about what I should or should not do.
Right.
If you don't like it, nigga, come get me off stage then. If that's how you feel. Or let the crowd boo me off stage. Wait till I get booed off stage. You know what I mean? And then you'll have a leg to stand on. But until then, as long as the motherfuckers in the room enjoy themselves in the rooms that I'm doing, shouldn't nobody have shit to say. I don't give a fuck how long you been doing it. I don't give a fuck what you got there had to go through that I don't got to go through. That's your problem. You think I'm gonna dim my motherfucking light so you'll be comfortable? You think I'm gonna motherfucking not do some shit that I know I can do so you'll feel good about yourself? Nigga, fuck you, nigga.
Right.
Shit.
That's how I feel.
Shit.
You have every right to
as
feel
I
that way.
digress.
Yes,
Shit.
sir.
As I digress.
Now, hey, man. I have to agree. He was 100% correct.
I'm here to love everybody. I'm here to bring peace, profit, and prosperity to the whole motherfucking game. All ships rise with the high tide. And just to be honest with you, if I'm speaking frankly, I've brought more attention to comedy, especially the underground scene,
Sure.
since I've been doing this shit. It been more motherfucker paying attention to the people and motherfuckers who been hitting me, Ronnie Jordan, Tyler Chronicles, motherfucking a bunch of motherfuckers been hitting my line like, hey, bro, you setting this motherfucker off, bro. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Whatever you doing, keep doing it.
And we know that.
And
we know that's
I
gonna happen.
can't help that everybody path is different. And all the comedians who feel like I'm taking opportunities from you, that's your motherfucking problem right there. Because I ain't talking about you necessarily, unless you feel like that.
Now, hell.
But hold up, wait a minute. All you comedians who feel like I'm taking opportunities from you, that's your motherfucking problem. You think another nigga can take an opportunity from you. Nigga, what's yours is yours. Nigga, it's up to you to goddamn get out there and perform for it and go get it.
There it is.
Nigga, what's yours is yours. Can't nobody take nothing from you.
Right.
Can't nobody take nothing from you, man.
Hey, there are auto mechanics and super cool do-it-yourself guys who work on their own car.
Well, they don't pay me for sponsors, so we gonna go ahead and skip that.
I was going at all.
I ain't talking about you per se. I'm talking about the people who you said.
There's
really
some, because I don't know who they are. They would say there was some
I'm
comments.
talking about them niggas.
Yeah, got you.
I'm talking about them niggas.
Got you.
I'm talking about them niggas. But again, I think you're ill-informed because I heard what somebody said on the podcast was he ain't even did no open mics. He ain't even, nah, bro. I've been doing bar and grill. And first of all, and he ain't put in the work. He ain't made the sacrifice. Let me tell you one thing. The day I came and showed up at the show what you was on, I could have been somewhere picking up $100,000 to hop on a microphone in front of a DJ. And I chose to, instead of doing that, come and do that shit that I did
He said this on the 50
on that show what you was on for free. How many motherfuckers is making $100,000 sacrifice? How many motherfuckers make $100,000 sacrifice?
True that. You right. I can't argue with that.
So man, so I don't think it's fair or appropriate for a motherfucker to come tell me what the fuck I am and ain't doing to pay dues. I ain't paying the same dues as you, cause nigga, you ain't me and I ain't you.
There it is. There it is. Everything you're saying, you're right on point, bro. I'm just saying that what I said specifically. So you're not in my way. I just said, I headlined. I'm done. Not what you're doing with your
Bro,
life.
you deserve the headline.
Hey, Black Man said, then T.I. pulls out K-Dub, Roddy Jordan, and Tony Baker. This was like WWE Survivor Series. For real.
I
For real. It got crazy.
Just was talking as
K-Dub came in talking his shit.
I'm done. I headlined. I'm done. Now, if I wasn't headlined, I'd say, let me go watch him. You know? And I even said, we were talking, I said, yo, he's comfortable as fuck on stage. I said, man, he's very comfortable on stage. He's a storyteller. Cool. I was wishing you well. It was just
how
that
you know
night.
I was comfortable on stage if you didn't come see me?
Because I saw the videos of you. I saw videos. I saw videos of you telling stories. I said, he's really comfortable. I seen videos of you. And
hey, man, listen, bro. Hey, look, can I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
I have a whole lot of admiration and respect for the world of comedy.
Yes, sir.
I have a whole lot of admiration and respect for the people who participate and who've mastered the art of comedy.
Yeah.
I've been observing, analyzing, and supporting comedy from back at the first, since 559, really. Bruce at 559, when I was a teenager. Since the first Uptown Comedy Corner, the Earthquake owned, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
when Noah Hostin was the host. You know what I mean? Since Grand Hustle had our own comedy night at the other Uptown called Tripping on Sundays. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes,
when
sir.
Lil Duval was the host.
Okay.
Man, bro, I've been in the game, and everybody who's moving around in the circuit is like, man, shit. It's about time. We always knew you were so close to the universe that you had some kind of passion in you. Everybody can see that except for the motherfuckers who, just want to get there, have their dick in their breath just because they feel like somebody is taking the opportunity from them.
Dick in their breath. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, no,
you
it
guys
wasn't.
got a question
It
for
wasn't,
any
it wasn't at all.
questions?
That wasn't funny. That was
I'm a T.I.
Look at Ali. Ali said, I definitely got some motherfucking shit to say. I don't think I have any questions.
fan. I used to do the stuff with Lil Duval and a lot of those different rooms.
Look at
I remember
Ali
all those
face,
nights,
bro.
and that's why
And he was pissed because Ali was trying to get a word out, but my man over here was trying his best to like cater to T.I.'s feelings, if so to speak, in my opinion. You'll see it. You'll see what I mean. But we'll get there.
Personally, I heard T.I. killed it on the Shaq All-Star, and I just put T.I. He can call Clay. I just put him on my Barclays Center show that's been, a 10 years strong, sold out shows. I got him at the Barclays Center on April 9th. So
Dope.
yeah, I mean, when I saw it, I was like, yo, this is a beast. I love comedy. I love anybody that want to get in and do the same hustle as me. And when I hear they're doing dope, I'm right with it. So I have to stand behind him. I've seen him at every single show, and most people, when they have those nights, they don't be at the show. He was at every single one.
Yeah. And my thing too is, you're in front of a lot of people. That the pressure is even worse. You're in front of a lot of people. Like, you're starting off with, okay, it's packed as fuck in here. You know what I mean? A lot of us started.
No, that's not true though, brother.
Oh, you do the smaller? I thought you were doing bigger
But
shows.
hear me out though. But just hear me out,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Just
Go
hear
ahead.
me out, bro. Man, I've performed in front of 10 people
Okay.
at a bar and grill. If you've ever been to what is it, Lure, wherever K-Dub be hosting that here and there, Blue Lagoon, that's the first place I went up. It's a bar and grill, bro. It'd be like 15,
Oh, that's
maybe
what's up.
10, 12 people
That's
in
what's
there.
up. I always thought you
know
just
what I'm
did
saying?
big ass shows. I was like, damn.
Do you find it
Nah, bro,
Wait.
I did, listen, I've done,
Oh wait, here's Ali Sadiq.
I did small ass shows for every day for about 2 to 3 weeks and got my shit together, and motherfuckers saw me and was like, yo, you doing this shit, bro? Man, come pull up, because they want to see it themselves.
Right, of
And when
course.
they happen to have an opportunity to see it, I would assume they thoroughly impressed.
Yes.
And they're like, well, damn. And the word get around. So another motherfucker hear me or hear about me and say, hey, that nigga Tip probably need to come check him out. So guess what? Chris Spencer called me to the Comedy Store. He said, hey, nigga, you hitting stages? I say, yeah, bro. He say, man, where you at right now? I'm like, well, I'm in LA, but he like, well, you going on tonight? I'm like, man, I get. He say, I tell you what, don't do Chocolate Sundays. Don't do the improv with D-Ray. You need to come to me. I got a very small room, intimate, let you get your confidence together. I said, man, where you at? I'm on my way right now.
Yeah.
And I made my way there. As I made my way there,
You can see
you know,
me?
I got on stage.
Can you see me?
And I did about 30 minutes. And afterwards, he said, how dare you be so good?
Oh
I
wow.
tell you what, man, never mind what I said. Never mind what I said. You can do any stage you want to do. You do any stage you want to do. You go up there, you do that set, man, with that, what I just saw, you can do that anywhere. And then I went and did Chocolate Sundays.
Yeah.
Tore that motherfucker up. Then I went and did D-Ray Room on Monday night at the Hollywood Improv. Tore that motherfucker up. Then I went to the Ontario Improv with Donnell Rollins. Tore that motherfucker up. Like, and then the Shaq Comedy All-Stars hit me. Like, hey, man, I hear this man out here, you know, doing better than we expect.
Right,
So
right, no.
we want him to have a special guest spot.
And that's, hey, yo, you a prodigy then, because your ability, I wasn't doubting the ability. I'm telling you.
What y'all think would have happened if T.I. was there? And I'm not even talking about between him and Godfrey. I think him and Ali would have had a nice exchange of words.
I know what you're talking about. I just want you to let you know, it was Thursday night and I finished doing an hour for
You on mute.
Can you hear me? Yo, this damn, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. What you say?
Yeah, I'm not doubting your ability at all. I'm just telling you.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. because what you did was you played 14 seconds. Wait a minute, yes, you were, because you played 14 seconds of a set of a jokes that I was working on. You played 14 seconds, and then all y'all, you stopped the video after 14 seconds, like,
14
yeah,
seconds?
That's it.
How you know it's 14 seconds? I watched you for
Because I
5
watched the
minutes.
video, I can count. Because I
I
count.
watched you 5 minutes. What are you talking about?
No, what I'm saying is you played 14 seconds on the same podcast.
Oh, I'm talking about when I watched you on
played
my
14
own.
seconds, and you and your constituents.
Constituents.
Y'all played 14 seconds. Yeah, well, pretty much. That was it.
No.
Man, come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Come on,
Come
T.I.
on, bro.
Stop.
Research.
I
Nah,
watched
what
you.
happened,
Hey, no, Godfrey knows, bro. Godfrey knows. I'm just for reference. I know niggas love when I do this. Just for reference, we have to go back just to see real quick what that last couple seconds of that video was. All right, when he played that stand-up clip, we have to play that part. Just watch. Hold on. Where's this part at? Where is it? Here we go.
But let it be on. I think people want to see him. He's gonna be like, yo, show the. Okay, here we go. Let's see.
Just watch this again.
Roll up. So we roll up, we blowing, and I'm seeing my thing roll. I'm like, shit, she keeps smoking, she gonna get sleepy. I'm gonna spend the night in it. She smoking, looking at me. Shit, how much can you smoke?
T.I. stand-up comedy routine got some laughs.
I mean, yeah, and like I said, it's the beginning. So.
Yo, I'm gonna need Godfrey to extend that to everybody. You know,
Start somewhere.
If that was any other comic, none of us, we would have went in on that. If that was any other motherfucker.
Hey, guys, I want to be able to come back to Atlanta.
So, like I said, it got to the point where you can tell that there was some hate behind that. Not even just hate, it was more so just they were dissing his comedy skills. Clearly, they were laughing at his set. And Godfrey, like I said earlier, allowed his co-host to bring him in to the hate train. If he really didn't feel that way, he would have responded differently. But since they reminded him that if it was any other comic that he would have went in, he had to make sure that he got any. Well, I'm trying to make sure I can go back to Atlanta, insinuating that T.I. set was trash. Now listen.
Go back and watch it. Everybody go back and watch it. Everybody go back and watch
that, but I watched
you
on my own.
T.I. was what I'm trying to
I
tell you.
understand that, but you didn't tell the people that. You didn't say, "Hey, I watched him on my own," and that's not his real set.
Okay. Listen, didn't doubt your. Okay, go on. Say something, Dante. This is Dante Nero.
What's happening, T?
Yeah, this guy.
What's going on, King?
What's going on, baby?
Shout out to Dante.
I think what happens is a lot of times in comedy in general, there's a lot of motherfuckers that get in it, and then they on the short time, and everybody goes, all right, well, we running the motherfuckers doing comedy all the time, and what?
No, not. I'm not saying that. He should have stood on that. He didn't stand on that. Godfrey didn't stand on that. Now I know y'all can make excuses for Godfrey, but clearly he didn't stand on that. Clearly, if he felt some type of way about his stand-up, he should have said that while they were talking. Just now. But what he did was try to make it seem like he didn't downplay his fucking his stand-up. And also, any comedian ever, especially an established comedian, if you play 15 seconds of their stand-up, they're going to tell you that you did not hear enough of their shit to even base your opinion on what they're doing. Any of them, even if the clip was funny, they tell you, go watch my set. That's all I'm saying. I'm just looking at it from the reality of the situation.
What happens is once you in it, like what you
Dr.
said already,
Eggman, hell no.
I actually, did a little research and I watched. I think he was talking to I forget who you was talking to, but you was like, yo, I'm getting ready to pull up here to do a spot.
Yes.
When you consistently are in the game, everybody accepts the fact that, there's always that apprehension, I think, because there's always motherfuckers who think this game is easy and they jump in the game. And when you're consistently on stage and you getting that grind in, then it ain't nothing nobody can say if you getting that grind in. I know motherfuckers that are not funny who I personally respect simply because motherfuckers are still in the grind, getting these shots in the head because they still in the game. So I didn't think I know that you personally didn't know the etiquette of that. I mean, but somebody should have told you that, or even after the fact, they could have said, "Yo, there's an etiquette. There's an etiquette to everything." And so, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, I understand and I respect that. I understand that. I respect that. I have a lot of respect for the game. I have a lot of respect for the people in the game.
But you can see that.
What I wish would have happened is someone to have me in a conversation and ask me, "Hey man, what has your journey in comedy been like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did you start? You You know what I mean? Where have you done shows at?
It's the daughter.
You know what I mean? Like, like ask me these questions instead of making all of these blind and wrong assumptions.
I have one.
And because I feel like that is, to me, where that's what a misinterpretation. Because believe it or not, man, hey, Godfrey.
Yes, sir.
You and the people who you around, your circle, y'all like the seniors in high school. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all like the seniors in high school. So if I'm a freshman and I come in here, and I'm a freshman coming in here,
y'all clowning
and
in
I
the
let
chat.
the seniors say, "Oh yeah, nah, man, I heard this nigga was like this. I heard he was like that." Man, they gonna take your word for it. I ain't necessarily just talking to you. I'm talking to the people who listening to you, because you have in the comedy game, you have a big voice. So guess what? I'm gonna need you to get that voice correct when you speaking on me.
Gotcha.
Damn.
I would say something to that, T. You know, one thing about this game,
Did y'all catch that? Ali want to say something so bad, but Dante kept jumping in because he wanted to talk to T.I. so bad. Look at how Ali reacts to this nigga.
Gotcha.
Speaking again, listen, look.
I would say something to that, T. You know, one thing about this
Nigga was
game,
breathing hard as
and
fuck.
about this game in general. There's niggas that say all kinds of shit. The proof is in the pudding. It don't matter what motherfuckers say. It don't even matter what Godfrey say. If Godfrey say this nigga stinks, I gotta go see him again. Even if I say, if I see somebody that I think stinks, when I see him and the motherfucker's funny, I'ma go to nigga funny. Or I'll even say the nigga got funny. I'll change up simply because this game is just like any other game. You show and prove. It don't matter what nobody say. There's niggas right now that are more famous than God, than a whole bunch of niggas.
Not everybody thinks I'm funny. Not everybody thinks I'm funny.
But get what though? That's just like I had real niggas that I respect. You know, call me like, hey, bro. Like, man, it don't matter what bruh say, man. You know what I mean? Bruh he ain't no authority. Like, and I'm like, nah, man, I respect him just based off what I've seen of him. You know what I mean? I respect him based
And he was calling him T. He wasn't, you might as well just say T. Nigga, it's 2 letters. You was calling him T like his name was Thaddeus. The motherfucker's name is T.I. This motherfucker didn't want to say the I. He was like, yeah, you know, T. I know T.I. was like, nigga, quit calling me T, brother.
Stop that, and I know that he has a large voice, and he has the voice and opinion on behalf of comedy because of the work that he's put in. So I don't want him to be getting me wrong. I need him to get me all the way right.
Right.
So that's why I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I had to speak my part, man, because I felt like you were ill-informed. I felt you didn't have the information.
Got you.
And I felt you were making decisions in a vacuum, and you were bringing opinions out of the side of your neck in a vacuum. And also something that you say he's not a real comedian. And if you'd heard my set, part of my bit is I'm not a comedian. I'm a superstar.
I know that.
There's a difference.
Of course.
Had you heard that, you'd have no reason to say these types of things.
Well, like I said off the top, I said I apologize man to man.
And I accept.
And I said.
And now you can let me open up on your next show, and we'll be
okay.
He's an open. He's like,
Hey, man, well, he learned the game already.
Well, T.I. does a nice 40 on you, so. And T.I. and listen, and T.I. and your superstardom,
doing the extra laugh.
I don't fucking sneeze at, because I was just as frantic to meet you, and you know that. So it was like, yo, this is dope. But me saying, oh, he's not a comic, I'm like, is this gonna be one of those things where he's gonna fuck it off?
In the pan.
Yeah, that's all. And then when you said, no, I've been doing this shit, I said, wow, cool.
Yeah,
that's what I.
But
Ali is pissed, Leo.
I would say that.
Ali's gonna say something. Ali Sadiq wants to say something.
Ali, he kept trying. Bro, this is the funniest shit in the world, bro. This shit was funny as fuck to watch. I cannot lie. Ali was so pissed. And when you understand, like, I saw people saying, yo, Ali should have spoke up more. Ali should have said more. Please understand, this is the face of somebody who is fed up and just tired of it. He said, you know what? I'm just going to ask this fucking question, and I'm gonna try to get this one off. But he still couldn't even get it off. Just watch this.
Say something to you, T.I.
What's up, T.I.?
Sure.
Man, this is the. Do you see how in comedy, because you've been around K-Dub, Ronnie Jordan, you know, you've been around a long time. Do you see how people, we talk shit about each other regardless.
Yes.
We gonna say some shit about each other. We gonna say, hey, whatever. The thing that had made the whole thing go wildfire with other comics talking about it, people on platforms talking about it, is because it's gonna be those things that people, because you are a superstar, it's people that's been fucking basing their whole career off of getting on that goddamn Chocolate Sunday show. Yeah. And you walked right up and got on it, and it hurt them.
I didn't walk right up.
No,
I didn't walk right up.
I understand.
I didn't walk right up.
I understand that part.
I did the Saturday night first.
I understand.
Saturday night first.
Even that Saturday night.
Perform on the Saturday night, and then they called me.
Well, let's go blanket it. All them rooms that you did in LA.
Listen, I can't put your shoes on to play ball in.
Right. I'm not.
If you wear a size 7, I wear a size 10 and a half. I can't wear your shoe to play ball.
Understandable.
I gotta wear my own shoes. You gotta wear your own shoes.
But in the comedy game, can you see how the other comics in the world are going? How it set the platforms out. Whatever Godfrey did, set a whole platform out, which probably made people want to see you more on the stage. But when it comes to stand up, it's things in this game that hurt people. Like when the Kings came out, when the Kings of Comedy came out in 2000, fucked up everybody's career for 10 years. And then after that, Chris Tucker, it's like that should be hurting these niggas. T.I., that should be killing niggas, man. That should be killing.
I want
not everybody, but a lot of niggas be killing.
Can we hear the comedians? Because I don't want to just make it about me. I don't want to just make it about me. I don't want to just make it about my opinion, because we can go back and forth all day about our isolated opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't not, like, the prestige that you have in the rap game and as an actor and all of that stuff. I mean, everybody uses whatever they got to get on stage, but there's niggas that been trying to get on Chocolate Sunday for 3 years and can't get on Chocolate Sundays. But what I would say is, the fact,
that ain't my problem.
I'm not saying it is. In fact,
that ain't my problem, bro.
Doug,
now this is when it goes to the other side of it, okay? The other side of it, where I wish T.I. would have at least heard them out to get their points out more, because I felt like at this point he's thinking that these guys are trying to let him know that he needs to start out like a comedian that's coming up, and trying to deprive him of opportunities or tell him he's not supposed to go do this because other comedians are supposed to be there and take those spots, instead of actually listening to the points that they were trying to make. Now, this is where the other side comes.
If I had the catalog you have that nobody wants to give you the verses, but I ain't gonna get into that. But I would use it. I would use that prestige myself. I will say this though.
I will say that
the difference in walking in the game and being able to do 30 or 40 minutes is a difficult.
What is that sound? It's Jet.
What happened?
Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me, T?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Hello? I hear you just fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. What I would say is when you're getting long time, right? What happens is, and this is just something, who the fuck am I on? Nobody know who the fuck I am, but I would say when you get heavy time, like when you come up the game and you doing 5 and
just
7,
get it out. Spit it out, bro.
5, you kill 5, you do 7, you kill 7, you get 10, but you don't get that until you've learned to kill it. And I would just say something to keep in mind is let me finish.
I don't want to hear that shit. I tell you straight, I love you, and I respect your journey. Yeah. I respect your path, but that ain't my path.
No, that's not what I was.
Fit in your little path.
You didn't let me finish.
You can't make me fit in your path.
I'm not trying to.
Want me to talk for 30 minutes. I'm gonna talk for 30 minutes.
Okay, who's that? Who's that on there?
That's not what I'm.
Because that's what you had to do.
T, that's not the point. That wasn't the point I was making.
Can I say something, Dante?
Okay,
and I'll explain this to you, right? Like, T.I., I've known T.I. for a minute. I put him on the K-Dub's there. K-Dub, we put him on the Wild Now tour when I was doing the Wild Now
Dante
tour.
said, "Oh fuck, I fucked up."
When I heard, you can't get mad at me. Like, my shows are the biggest comedians ever. Like, I do the Barclays Center. I've sold out every single arena in this country. There's not one basketball arena I have not sold out. So when I heard that he killed the All-Star, I reached out to Clay and was like, "Yo, I heard it was dope. I think he's funny as hell. I want to put him on my show amongst Bruce, Russell Peters, Anthony Anderson." That's the lineup I put him with. And that's because I reached out to him. He didn't reach out to me. So you can't get mad if Chris Spencer reaches out to him, because we hear these things. And it's not because I'm the same comedian. I stood in line with you but I stood in line with you at the comic strip. I stood in line for weeks at a time and told to go home and then come back again and beg for 5 minutes. But when someone reaches out to you, that's them wanting them on their platform.
That wasn't the
so
point.
it's not a person. Let me finish. I'm gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
But it's not that you should feel away. It should feel blessed that someone has that opportunity, because that opportunity honestly opens up opportunities for us. It really does, because now more momentum comes to Chocolate Sundays, more momentum comes to Mondays, and more people.
The point I was making. What the point I was making is that there's in comedy in general, there's an economy of time. And the economy of time, when you don't have time, when you don't get time, there's an economy of time that ultimately it's not that you can't do 30 and make it tight, but when you're learning, when you're coming up in the game and you're learning.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
You talking that crowd before you walk shit, and sharks were born swimming.
This was just something of 20 years in the game that I was just trying to say. It's something to just keep in mind. If it don't matter and it don't ring true, it don't ring true. I'm just saying.
I respect it when it's time to respect it, bro.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna feel that way with you just telling me I should fit myself in a smaller box.
That's not what I'm saying.
To make people like you comfortable.
I don't want to be comfortable. I'm not uncomfortable by any of it. Honestly, I'm not.
Okay, well, I don't want to talk no more. I appreciate the dialogue, and I thank you guys, and I respect you guys.
Hey, Tip.
You guys for allowing me the opportunity.
He wants.
Hey, Tip.
They want to talk.
Hey, Tip. Let me say this to him and everybody.
Here
you
come
ain't got to
K-Dub
stand in
about
no
to snap.
line in no Chocolate Sunday. I walked up to Chocolate Sunday, was on stage in an hour. I ain't never had to wait in no line for no comedy ever in my whole career, 20.
Right.
Plus, we ain't gonna make up no lies like nobody go
what
about
Parker
that.
say? Hey, T.I., sit your country ass down.
Headliner. People put people up after headliners all the motherfucking time, nigga. Like, we not gonna run with that lie. That we not gonna do. We not gonna run with that lie that nobody go up after the headliner. That's a funky whole lie. That's a big lie. We put niggas up after sorry headliners or boring headliners, or just if a headliner really ain't
K-Dub
shit
snap.
all the time around the world.
Right on.
That's true.
No, but
That's real jam. There's been a lot of bullshit.
But I'm gonna tell you, it's a K-Dub. Right? What's up, man?
Yeah, what's happening?
What's that?
Hey, Godfrey, let me say this. Hey, Godfrey, dark skin. Fuck with you the long way.
Here we go.
No, but listen.
Here we go.
Hey, Godfrey, I'm going to say this, Godfrey. I'm going to say this to you, Godfrey.
Yes, sir.
I always fuck with you, and I told Tip that. I said, but Godfrey was wrong for spitting them angles on you, because it ain't that much respect in this motherfucking comedy game at all, period. This is a shit game. So that's dead on that. This shit'll get shitty for any fucking thing. Well, niggas selling this shit for nothing, man. So we not gonna act like it's etiquette in this bullshit that we doing. Let's stop lying and playing.
K-Dub sound like Boosie right now.
Okay, well, I we straighten that out real quick, but I never tripped.
Yeah.
I never tripped that he was going up. I just said, "Oh, he's going up." I said,
I'm saying, but I heard y'all in comedy how you keep on putting this headliner shit in there. Everybody know nobody give a fuck about no headliner in the world. Headliners is like trash. Like, nobody cares no more.
Okay.
Like, you know that K-Dub, man.
I got you.
Like, nobody gives a fuck.
Okay.
Not me. I'm talking about the world. Gary Abdul, nigga. Gary Abdul don't give a fuck.
Abdul never gave a fuck.
Nobody.
You right.
Yes, I never met a nigga that gave a fuck. I ain't never met a. I see
He's trying
people.
to laugh it off right now.
I see people acting like they give a fuck, but don't nobody give a fuck about a headliner.
Hey,
Shit,
Tony,
me.
is it Tony Baker?
Because that basically was like him
Yes.
saying, "Look, Godfrey, you ain't special. You said what you said because you felt a certain type of way about T.I. coming into the comedy game." That's basically what K-Dub was saying about headliners.
Oh man, Tony, what you got to say? Chicago, what up, boy? Say something, Tony.
Tony
Unmute your
came in
phone,
saying
Tony.
some
Tony,
shit.
unmute your.
Okay,
Unmute your shit, Tony.
Y'all got to work with me. I'm old.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was in here peeping game, and I'm glad y'all hashed it out. First of all.
Oh no, I wanted to talk
I got-
to him, and I wanted T.I. to give me the business. So go ahead.
I got no issue with
Hit that
T.I.
like
doing
button, y'all.
comedy or anybody else that want to do this shit. What the hell's all that noise? Y'all hear that noise?
You hear echoes?
Was that me?
Okay. Oh, you good? Go ahead.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Okay,
Y'all
go
hear
ahead.
me? All right. I got no issue with T.I. doing comedy whatsoever. They ain't gonna take no money off my plate or a lot of other plates.
No.
It's just another comedian in the game. If you want to do it long term. I wanted to say this though. T.I. will get cheat codes in this game.
There we go.
And he has to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Given that he is a superstar, he is gonna get cheat codes.
There we go.
Like, even though he is
Remember I
funny
told
right
y'all.
off the rip,
Remember I told y'all there was a point to be made about T.I. recognizing his privilege in the game.
to acknowledge and keep it real that he will get the cheat code. You see T.I. step in the building. We got T.I. Y'all
Yeah, hell
go
yeah.
on stage.
That's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen.
Period.
And so as long as he recognizes the privilege that he has as a superstar,
Yes.
then it's all good.
It's a K-Dub
Because,
laugh.
you know,
K-Dub laugh.
You could be an absolute assassin.
Without due respect,
Funniest
Tony.
thing alive, but if that showrunner don't know who you are, you still might not get the stage time.
True.
With all due respect, Tony, I do acknowledge that. And I don't think that it's something for me to have to come to terms with. I think it's something for everybody else to come to terms with so they don't feel no way about it. I'm right fine in the skin I'm in.
But you do know you got that privilege. I don't know why I almost said white privilege. But you got that privilege.
He don't got that.
He said I almost said white privilege.
He don't got that white privilege.
Yo.
Because you see T.I. come in, you're gonna be like, yo, you want to do some time?
It's what?
It's rich privilege.
Yeah.
Because, like, I read
Rich
in my
privilege,
study, and like,
okay.
I got some books and shit and some things that Donnell Rollins and other people who I respect gave me some shit to research and to read. And one of the main points that I saw that I held near and dear to me, that I felt like applied to me more than anything, it says, when you can't be funny, be interesting.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So,
Good
y'all
point.
motherfuckers can be way funnier than me, but my life is incredibly interesting, and I got a lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, no, we
You
know
know what I'm
that.
saying?
First of all, like, Bernie Mac told me that at when I started in his club in Chicago. He said half the whole thing is motherfuckers being interested in you. That's half the fucking battle right there. If you're interested in you, so you're right about that.
He was T was absolutely respectful of the game and paid like I don't see what the problem was. I really don't. The fact that
trying to clean it up.
Just I think
So
what,
can I get
what
back on
everybody's
T.I.'s good side
nervous
real quick?
about is they figure like he wasn't respecting the game, and he said that
I didn't do it right the last time. Let me see if I could clene this up. Let me bring it home.
from the very beginning. I respect the game. He said that about you. He said, and if you're around the game and you respect the game, then man, work.
Ronnie
Work.
Jordan.
Right.
Ronnie. Hello, Ronnie. And also, T.I., I said I want to come to Atlanta and be safe, so it's your town.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, Ronnie.
How y'all doing, man? Y'all doing all right tonight?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. We talked yesterday. What's going on, man?
Yeah, the thing I be thinking we be forgetting, fellas, is we are in the service industry. Motherfuckers be having horrible days, and they be looking to us for relief and fucking, relaxing. Like, niggas love to laugh, forget about their trouble and all the shit they got going. And, like, I didn't know that until the pandemic. Motherfuckers hit me like, bro, I was depressed as hell. I was tapping into y'all podcast, so I saw you live or somewhere else. And it's like, nigga, why are we doing this much extra bullshit to a subgenre? Like, the white boys is kicking our ass.
Word.
And we gonna kick the only millionaire in the back that want to goddamn fuck with us. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life, to me.
No, you're right. You're right.
Now, Ronnie had a point. And overall, I think to take from this, for one, like I said, I I think that it was great for both of them to get together and actually talk it out and hash out their differences and talk about the situation at hand. Yes, I think Godfrey was backpedaling. He was trying to smooth out the situation. He wasn't trying to really own the fact that he was basically, he didn't agree with T.I. doing what he was doing at his show, opposed to, you know what I'm saying? It's just you could tell he was backpedaling a lot. T.I. had a lot of great points, but also I wish he would have retained some of that information more from some of the seasoned comedians out here who have been on the circuit and grinding hard and been out here really working hard for their spot. But at the end of the day, he'll get it. T.I. is, like I said, T.I. is a very intelligent person. He's going to go out here and find out very quick that the comedy game is ruthless. All the places that he named, that he killed, I killed this room, I shut it down here, and I shut it down over here. Please understand, there are so many comedians who have shut down multiple rooms, but there are also a lot of comedians who have bombed. You are looking at comedians who have bombed. Godfrey has bombed. Ali Sadiq has bombed several times, but they are in the spot they're in because they were relentless with the shit. Now, when you're T.I., this is me speaking from my opinion. T.I., like he said, he's a superstar. He doesn't look at himself as a comedian. He's a superstar. So if you have other avenues that you can make a lot of money from, it'll be interesting to see if T.I. actually sticks around to do comedy if it doesn't start working for him at one point in life. Is he going to stick it out and continue to do it and try to keep going with the comedy and have a real passion for it to where he really builds a name as a comedian, not just a rapper? We'll see. But when people tend to have another thing to fall back on, especially a thriving rap career, and I'm speaking from this aspect because of the fact that T.I. brings up the point of him going to make $100,000 to go on a stage and rap. When you are somebody who can do that, and let's say if T.I. has multiple nights of bombing, what do you think is going to happen? Now, a comedian who's coming up and is relying on going on stage and doing what they love, they can't stop. They have to learn how to work through that and continue to go on stages and work on their craft and become great at what they do. T.I., on the other hand, can be like, hey, man, I'm going to fall back. I'm going to go on these stages again and start making some money. And when I feel like going back to comedy, I will. It's different. And that's where that whole privilege talk comes into play. But, I wish the best for T.I. You know what I'm saying? I hope it does work out for him, regardless of how anybody's opinion is of his comedy. Same with Godfrey, everybody else on that podcast. I really do appreciate the fact that they did this, because a lot of the people in the culture don't do this, and a lot of people do. Like, when they do it, they be on some clubhouse shit. Niggas be yelling back and forth, threatening each other, calling each other all types of shit. There's never no progress in it. But I think there was a little bit of progress in this, and it was a step forward in trying to bring and regulate, T.I.'s name in the comedy game and trying to push him forward to actually try to achieve something and actually be good at it. So I think we're gonna reach that point, and shout out to the comedians that has something to say about it. Now, moving away from that, and I'm glad that we had that conversation. Shout out to everybody in the chat that, said what they had to say. There's one more thing I need to touch on before we leave, and I hope that you guys can also assist me on this conversation. We're not going to take too long on it at all, but we're just going to touch on this real quick. Everybody knows about the situation happening in Ukraine with the Russian invasion and, basically everybody being at war. Videos have surfaced of African residents of Ukraine, African citizens, being denied entry to buses, trains, planes, all types of shit, to first serve Ukrainians. Now, you would think in a situation where there are millions of people in a panic, I'm not just talking about Ukraine, I'm talking about all the other surrounding countries, all that shit. There's millions of people in a panic. Everybody's trying to move around. Everybody has to take in refugees over here, over there. you would think that the priority would get people out of Ukraine safely. But racism is so deeply rooted all over the world, not just America, that you see things like this. Being denied entry, other Ukrainians coming in. So it says black Africans who fled Ukraine trying to cross the border to Romania are being threatened by Ukrainians who don't think they should be allowed to gain entry into Romania. It's little shit like that that pisses me off. Then you got this video right here. Africans in Ukraine, the community of Africans in Ukraine stranded at the, hold on, let me pull this up. Stranded at the border, much of them women and children. This is happening now. The lady in the video is holding a 2-month-old and it's 3 degrees Celsius outside. We are in search of aid in hostels. Look at this. Look at this.
We are not allowing any black people to enter inside the gates. We are all here. It's only Ukrainians that they are allowing in. Even the ones with kids, they're not allowing them in. They have been here for days and nobody's asking any questions. Only Ukrainian women and kids they are allowing in through these gates. All the places blocked and all are full of blacks. From different communities, from different countries. Nobody's talking to us. These are the black community here. We are not allowing any black people.
So all I have to say on that situation is, you know, I'm praying for those people over there. I don't know the full situation on how they're evacuating people or getting people out of that country. All I know is I'm a person that thinks about humans first. No matter if I do care about black first, if I see a human being in distress, I'm not going to look at them and be like, well, they're white, let me walk the fuck away. No, if I'm able to help, I'm going to help. Cuz I think from it's humanity. I'm a human. I see humans, I see people. But whatever's going on over there, man, all I can say is I pray for those people. I hope they make it out safely. I hope all that war shit stops. They said that Ukraine and Russia are now in Belarus and having conversations about stopping the bullshit. I mean, obviously we gonna see, but all we can do is wait around and watch for the outcome, man. And everybody stay safe out there, man, and really, really, really pray it up if that's what you believe in. Other than that, hey, man, today was a good show. Today was a really good show. Very, very dope show. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you did not participate in the chat, now is your time. Put a GMS in the chat. I'm going to shout everybody out. I promise you. Put a GMS in the chat. Hit that like button if you haven't. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, get those notifications when we go live. YouTube's trying to shadow ban me, so just remember, the way that you can help the GMS show stay out the shadow ban is hitting that like button. And also, as soon as this live ends, drop a comment under the video. All right? Do me a big favor and drop a comment under the video. I would much appreciate it. The support will be real. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. I'm probably going to go live on my Instagram after this. play some music, chop it up with some of y'all. Hit the Cash App if you are feeling generous today. Shout out to Earth Angel Faith for the 20. I appreciate it, Queen. You are much appreciated here in the GMS show. Shout out to Brim Dog, Arius Baby G, I Lacey, California's Gold, Love Lace, Shy Girl 64, Baltimore, Earth Angel Faith with the chickens in the chat. Sanaa, JR Miller, all them links that my nigga JR is about to post in that chat. Y'all need to go click them motherfuckers, man. There's a GMS shop where you can get custom GMS jerseys, t-shirts, and rolling trays. Don't forget, this thing gets used a lot. Look at that. You see them crumbs? This is the GMS rolling tray. You know we keep that positive energy. Love, the Green Mind State, positive energy, peace, family over obstacles. It's the GMS rolling tray, man. Y'all can cop that for all my smokers out there. Shout out I Lacey, yo man, what is this? IVR in the building, Eternal Umbra. Yeah. I'm about to pack another bowl. Joe Blast in the building, Black Man America in the building. Joshua Pace said, I hate we ended on a somber note. Dang, that stuff in Russia ain't right, bruh. Great show, GMS. Appreciate you, Joshua. All we can do is pray for the world, man. That's all you can do. And keep continuing. That's why I push peace. I push peace and love and positivity. I don't care how it looks to anybody else. You got to understand, this world is fucked up. This world is fucked up, bro. The least I can do is play my part and spread peace in some type of way. And now that I have a platform to build, and as long as y'all here fucking with me and supporting me, we can continue to collectively push that shit, man. We can change some minds. We can't change the whole world. We can change some minds. As long as we change some minds around this motherfucker, we are doing our job. But like I said, man, as soon as this video's over, man, as soon as the live is over, put a comment under the video. You can help us get out of the shadow realm of YouTube, because they love to block black creatives. They love to block us on this motherfucker. So help support in a big way. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment under the video when you're done. GMS fam, the green room. I appreciate y'all. One love. We out.